having a routine, especially in the morning, is one of the most essential things that you should have and implement into your life, because it will allow you to stay on top of your daily tasks. It will allow you to never get thrown off. I mean, of course, sometimes things may happen, but it'll keep you leveled and make you feel like you are on top of your day because you started your morning off in the right way. And so one of the best things for me is my routine, because it keeps me consistent in my life. So in the mornings, I wake up, and let's keep it real, y'all, I definitely have a bonnet on my head when I wake up. But for the purposes of this content, I have my hair down. But I wake up and I definitely meditate, and I give gratitude and thankfulness for all that I have. Waking up and saying, God, thank you for giving me air to breathe, giving me, a home to call my own, having a bed to wake up in, and heat, and even the smallest things, just being grateful for them. Because I notice the more that I'm grateful, the more opportunities and the more abundance comes into my life. And not that I'm necessarily just saying thank you for those things just for that purpose, but I'm saying thank you because I'm so grateful to actually have the things that I prayed for. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my dog Zeus. I'm thankful for all the abundance that's around me and that continues to flow into my life. And morning meditations is that way for me to really just process that and say thank you before I start thinking about anything else, before I start touching my phone or doing anything that is outside of my mindset, being focused on the things that have brought me joy and continue to bring me joy every day. And then after I wake up and meditate, I head over, brush my teeth, and just make sure I'm fresh and clean so that I can not have bad breath. And then after I brush my teeth, I always make sure to sit down and journal, because journaling, baby, has helped me in the times where I didn't have therapy, and the times where I just needed to express how I felt on the inside and had a hard time being able to. I always tell people, make sure that you have a journal, because journaling is going to be something that is essential in your life to just feel and see the growth within you. Then I always make sure that I walk Zeus. His exercise is very important, because exercise is important to me as well. Help him live a long, healthy life, because I need him here with me. And then I make sure I get my workout in. Working out is always important to me in the mornings or afternoon, early afternoon, because it helps me stay active, my body stay active. And actually when I'm not working out, like if I go a couple days without working out, I feel so tired. Like I have to work out because it keeps my energy going, my blood flowing, and it just makes me feel very active and healthy. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Brianna, and in today's video, I really want to talk about consistency, because we've talked about a lot of things in this series. We've talked about marketing your business. We've talked about setting the foundation for your business. We've talked about how to, create an overall brand. We've talked about how to get products and services. We've talked about all these things, and sometimes it can feel very, very overwhelming. And I know that. And that's why I really wanted to do a video on consistency and how to be consistent. This is a journey. This is not something that happens overnight. This is not something that you can just say, oh, I want to do this, and a month later, or even sometimes a year or two later, it just happens instantly, and you're working with the people that you genuinely want to work with. It just doesn't happen like that. Even for me, I was in the game for 13 years, but at the end of the day, the big brands, the big labels, the Sonys, the Warner Brothers, the BETs, the TV1s, the Vinos, all those brands were not there when I first started out. It took me being consistent within myself, within my routine, within the things that I said I wanted to do, tapping into my personal development, my mindset shifts to actually believe that I could achieve those goals, to actually get those goals and hit those goals, hit those goals. So I really want to do a video on this because consistency is going to be your number one thing, like your number one thing. Like you can't just say, oh, I wanna, do a shoot today and then stop, or oh, I wanna, reach out to some people to work with and then stop. Like you have to be consistent. And so I wanted to tap into some things that I use to help me, be consistent, that help me stay more organized with everything that I'm doing, and just show you how I'm able to achieve my goals. Okay, so we've got the mindset and all those things together, and if you guys like that part of the video where I'm like talking over and showing some of my day-to-day, definitely let me know. But I wanted to show that because morning routine is how you set the tone for everything. And after that, I wanted to show you some of the platforms, like I said, that I use in order to help me stay on top of my goal. And even while I'm talking about it, I'm going to definitely add, some of the content in here where I show you the platforms that I'm using today too, because I wish I had known about it, because it's definitely been helpful. Like I've had notepads that I've used as far as business. I've had sticky notes, I've had all those things, but it has not been able to really keep me on track. And so when I came across this platform that I use, as a book as well as software that I use, it's really helped me to just stay on top of my game. I wanted to say stay on top of my shit, but really it helped me to just stay on top of everything. So the number one thing was a book, and it's called, okay, so the number one thing that I've used is a book, and that book is called The 12-Week Year. This book has helped me to stay so organized because it teaches me the things that I'm doing where I would feel like I was doing too many things at one time and my mind was kind of scattered. Now, I'm definitely a multitasker. Like while I'm working, I have to have a show on TV, like if I'm editing or doing anything like that, or, I always feel like I have to have a few things going on at once. But when it comes to focusing on work, I have to be focused on one thing at a time. So the 12-week year allows you to create a plan. So say, for example, you wanted to get published by the end of the 12 weeks. That could be one goal. Say you wanted to lose 10 pounds by the end of the 12 weeks. That's another goal. And you have tasks that you have to accomplish, whether it be each week, whether it be once every 2 weeks or once every 4 weeks, that you have to do in order to hit that goal by the end of the 12-week year. And the good thing about a 12-week year is because if you think about it, in the beginning, or rather at New Year, you have a New Year's resolution that you've wanted to achieve before the end of the year, and you fall off. And that's because you're not on top of it. Your deadline is not close enough for you to think about doing it at that moment. So for example, you're like, oh, I can get this done, next month. I can get this done. I got some time to get this done. Well, no, in the 12-week year, you got 12 weeks to get that thing done. So that's why it's so good, because it keeps you on top of it and also tracks your progress. So I definitely recommend this book. Also with the 12-week year, which ties back into the consistency, is it helps you track your progress, and it also helps you track the types of tasks that you're doing each week. You have time blocks, and the time blocks allow you to focus on specific things at that time. So for example, and I'll show you guys this in my dashboard, because I also use a platform called Notion to help me stay on top of those things. So I have a 12-week year, and I have 3 goals in there. And so you have 3 time blocks. You have a 3-hour reflective time block where you are reflecting on your previous week and what you've accomplished. You're thinking about all the things that you've done that, have allowed you to hit that goal, and you're reflecting on things that went bad. You're reflecting on positive things that happened. And then you also have a 3-hour strategic block. Within that 3-hour, you're actually working on your business and not in your business. So you're reading books, you're investing in yourself, you're finding different things that you can do outside of your business rather than administrative work. So maybe you're reaching out to, people that you can work with for 3 hours straight. You're researching people's emails. You're researching different stylists. You're researching different production companies for 3 hours in that week. And then you have smaller blocks throughout the week where you're doing admin work and you are maybe emailing those people that you found within that 3 hours, or you are doing some graphic editing on your social media, or maybe you're taking some time out and you are shooting some content. Maybe you're planning some content. You're doing these things, the administrative things, in the smaller blocks. And so I really want to show you guys what those blocks look like, because you block them off on your calendar, and then you'd also have blocks where you know exactly what you have to do that week and you can put notes in there as well. Now, I love using Google Calendar. I use G Suite Business for my business. I've used it for years and it's good. It connects to my phone, and I just love using G Suite Google for setting up, my calendar and my tasks and the things I have to do. Now with Notion, I use Notion for many different things. I use Notion in order to plan out my daily tasks that I have to do. I use Notion to set out my calendar of content shoots that I need to do. I set up my Notion also in order to brainstorm ideas, in order to script my content, just planning. I use that because it has a calendar, and it also allows me to see what's ahead and also move things around. And so I'll definitely do a full video on Notion, but I just wanted to show you guys that because that is what I use in order to stay on top of my tasks and the things that I have to do when it comes to my reflective block, when it comes to my strategic block, and when it comes to the things that I have to do on an admin basis, like editing and graphic designing and things like that, that goes into my business as well. Now, in regards to my program and my book, that is also a part of, my program, but I have set it up where it is available at hand. So if you are wanting to become a fashion stylist, you're wanting to just have everything that you need on hand for a lifetime, and you are just wanting a mentor as well, and you want, just to know what you need and have everything right there and ready, then my program, Becoming a Stylist, is definitely something that you want to invest in. It's something that, like I said, it's a journey, and you can always reference and come to it and get the tools, get the information, as well as the people that you can reach out to inside the program. And as far as my book, that is there as well, but it's already been written. So it's like I have things that I've accomplished throughout setting my goals that are in some way evergreen, and I want you guys to do that when it comes to your content. So for example, and I know we're talking about consistency, but I'm throwing things in as well. So when it comes to your content, you want your content to be evergreen. So for example, if you are promoting, some products that you're wearing and you want people to shop, you can definitely post that on your social handle. Maybe you post it on your website, or if you have a blog, you can do the same. And people can always go back and see that and shop those looks. So in my previous video, when I showed you guys LTK and how to apply for affiliate programs, and you are styling, maybe virtually, either personal styling or even fashion styling with celebrities, whatever it may be, if someone is interested in any of your items, they can easily go and shop with your affiliate programs. And so that can be set up as evergreen. So I want you to think about this in regards to what your 12-week goal will be, so that you can start to really implement those things in your new consistency. As y'all can see, sometimes I will go a little bit off topic, but it all ties back in together and it's for a bigger purpose. So the reason why I wanted to talk about that again is just because I want you guys to think about the things that you can do in order to, plans and action to stay consistent on. So within the 12-week year, they do say you can have 1, 2, or 3 different goals that you want to achieve by the end of the 12 weeks. So just start brainstorming and think about that when you're watching the content that I'm providing, because I want you guys to really think, do you want to get published? Do you want to book your first client? Do you want to have your affiliate program set up? Do you want to have your brand foundation set up yet? Like, think about those things, because all of them can be accomplished in 12 weeks. I will definitely leave this below so that you can check it out and order a copy and get on top of that, because like I always say, styling is not just about the clothes. Consistency is going to be your best friend. And once you start to get in your flow and your routine, you will definitely be able to get the things that you want to get done. So maybe you're working, maybe you're working a 9 to 5 and you really want to get published by the end of the 12 weeks so that you can start to build your portfolio. Maybe you really want to do that and you just don't know about the time. Well, what I would recommend is using a calendar like G Suite and listing out or blocking out all the hours where you have to work. So if you have to work from 9 to 5, block that out each day, Monday through Friday. Then you have, maybe you go to work and you don't work from home. Maybe you block out an hour before the 9 and you block out an hour after the 5. So you know that in the mornings, that's you going in. Maybe you really just don't have time at all that week, but when you look at your calendar and you see that you've blocked off 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then you have maybe an extra hour to relax when you get home, eat, chill. You have another hour or 2, maybe from 8 to 9 or 8 to 10, where you can really sit down and you can brainstorm. You can find some people that you want to work with. You can reach out to some photographers, some models, some NUAs. You can really see who you can work with. You can start putting a shoot together. You can start really understanding that you do have time. It's not no time. Like, we all have time. I remember, what did they say? Beyonce got 24 hours, the same hours we got. So what are you doing? So we have to really realize we're the only ones stopping us from achieving our goal. And that's what I was saying in the self-sabotage video, is because we can easily self-sabotage ourselves. And the best way to overcome self-sabotaging is to have consistency, have a passion, have a purpose, but have consistency set up in your life so that you aren't thrown off with your routine. So I hope you guys really love this video. I love you. If you have any questions, make sure that you leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.